On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submit for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts.
Now.
What the f***?
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Pimp My Setup is sponsored by Grab Points, the easy way to earn cash or rewards at your favorite online stores. Earn points by downloading apps, completing surveys, watching videos, and more. Redeem your points for rewards from places like Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, PayPal, and many others. Get started today. Download Grab Points by clicking the link in the description. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup episode number 108, recorded live on June 2nd, 2016. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And my name is Thomas Hayden. You can find me on YouTube at Thomas Hayden TV or anywhere on the web at Thomas Hayden Live, LIVE.com.
Boom. So, if you guys don't know Thomas Hayden, he is a freaking magician. He's like Harry Potter. It's the craziest thing ever. Everyone freaked out about that intro. I freaked out because Oreos are great. Like, if I had an Oreo, I'd just eat it right now. But... I
had to save it for later.
Okay. Well, he was saying he doesn't want to get it in his teeth, so that makes sense. I get that. But anyways, today is going to be another episode of crazy setups. There are a few that aren't really the best, but we have a lot of really badass setups to show off today. So we have 10 to go through, which is the highest of an episode.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're going to just really go fast on some of them so we don't waste valuable time on some of the badass ones. So first of the day, submitted by Jonathan. Jonathan says, hi, I've been working on my setup for the past 8 months. I've been watching a show since November of 2014. Holy crap. Let's see, he trains MMA and competes. He's trying to do some Twitch streams for himself and stuff like that. So with all that in mind, based on the photos, how old do you think he is?
I'm going to say he's 15.
15. He is 19.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Yeah, he's probably like, yo, I'm going to smack your face with my MMA skills. But yeah, taking a look at this, what are your initial thoughts? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
So I like that he has the whole black and red theme going. Mm-hmm. I just think it's a little cluttered, to be honest.
Really? Okay. So what about it do you think is cluttered?
I don't like the fact that I see in, like, if you look in the right corner, he's got the tower, and then hiding like behind the tower is his, looks like a flat screen TV. Mm-hmm. I don't see the functionality there. It's like,
yeah,
you got your nice setup right in front of you, and then you gotta like peek around the tower to watch your TV.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he has like, we don't know if he has like a console, like a PS4 or Xbox One over there, if he uses that for bed or what the scenario is. As far as like the main desk section, I do have to give you props. Cable management for the most part, like, again, nitpicking. There's like one cable that I'm like, and it's not even the one coming out of the wall because there's not much you could do with that. Ideally, you could make it a black cable or get some sort of wrap around it so it won't be as like obvious, and wrap it around the leg a little bit. But there's not much you can do with most of these cables that we're seeing, like coming out of the mixer and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as cables go, I mean, it's pretty tight. Like I said, I would just agree. Get like a black. I think that looks like it's probably going to like a surge protector or like an extension cord.
Yeah.
Dollar store, man. It's an easy fix. Get a black one, and then maybe just get like a little like an extender and wrap it behind the leg. Because other than that, the cable management is on point, especially for that. What was that? The Limon desk from IKEA.
Yeah,
those are so hard to cable manage.
Yeah, and I mean, especially since the subwoofer, he did a great job putting it right up the leg. Looks really clean.
Yeah.
Other things though, I think that you needed the bigger Linmon instead of having that secondary table to the side for the TV and whatnot, because you do look a little bit cramped. The speakers are kind of complaining because, the ones behind the mixer, the ones on the far left, like it just would have been a lot easier if you had a little bit more real estate on the desk. One thing that I think would work great for you is storage of sorts, where you can actually, good friend of mine, Mike Panetta, did something awesome with one of the IKEA Alex drawers, where he fed the mixer into one of the drawers. So he just pulled out the drawer and he can make any changes he needs, because that mixer, although it's great to have and it's good for your audio setup when you stream, it's taking up more valuable real estate, and I think you need to sort of figure out a solution there. But for the most part, what do you think about the green walls?
I mean, I like green. I don't know that I like it in this room, because you see, like, the room, it got the brown carpet, the green walls is very earthy looking, and you got this sleek black and red setup. It doesn't really...
Exactly.
But, I mean, he said he's 19. Mm-hmm. There's no excuses. You could paint the walls.
Yeah, if your mom gets mad, be like, yo, I'm an MMA fighter. Watch out, mom. She's like, whoa, crap. Yeah, I mean, the other thing I say this all the time, frame the poster. It would look so much better, because it's a badass poster. So I'd love to see that. Those monitors, I think if those are the 23-inch, then they are VESA mountable. I would love to see a dual monitor arm there, because it will free up more desk space, whether you have to lay the speakers down. But regardless, it will make it look a lot cleaner. And yeah, for the most part, it's a nice, easy, simple setup. Do you have any final thoughts for him?
Yeah, I mean, depending on how he uses the flat screen, I would, my only other suggestion for the desk to make it look a little bit cleaner, maybe move it so that instead of being side by side, you sort of make it like an L-shaped desk, so that you free up that window space. You could also put like a little, like you said, like a chest of drawers or something there where you can hide your mixer.
Yeah.
And you have the nice L desk going around in that corner versus being, just all up against that window.
Yeah, that's a great idea. All right, let's go on to the next setup, submitted by Zack. Zack is currently attending college at Baker University. He runs a YouTube gaming channel called Z Easy. That's easy with a Z if you guys want to look it up. He absolutely loves watching Pimp My Setup, and he thought he would try to get on. And it's funny because he actually has changed his setup quite a bit. And I forgot to include a photo of the before, but it's such a big change. And maybe if I remember in post, I'll throw the before photo up. But taking a look at this, how old do you think he is?
Zack Attack. I'm going to say you're 17.
Guess what? He's 19. Again, another 19-year-old, which is funny because they're usually like 5. So
my mind reading skills are not working right now.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're not a mind reader. You're just a magician. Don't claim the mind reading thing because it's obviously not working.
No,
so.
not working.
So taking a look at this, initial thoughts, yay or nay?
Yay, for sure. I'm really digging the setup. Not a fan of Minecraft, I'm not a big gamer, but the way it's all set up, the posters are, lined up nearly perfectly, especially with the PC components in there. The desk, the cable management. I mean, all in all, it's just a really sleek looking setup.
Yeah, it looks comfortable to use. It shows off his personality. At first glance, it's like, that's probably a really nice place to just chill, get work done, and then if you need to, start gaming or whatever. But my first thing, it's funny that this happened. He's got a lot of Harry Potter stuff.
Does he really? I can't tell with the glare from that light. Is that?
Yeah, he's got the Harry Potter books on the desk. He's got little pop vinyls, a little figure.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah, he's got tons of.
Zach, your cool points just went way up in my book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, good thing you didn't know that before scoring. You've been like, hey, Thomas, why did you get a perfect score? It's like, it's a good setup, man. That's what it is.
Maybe like if it was like a closer photo, I probably would have seen that. But that's awesome. I love the Harry Potter books there.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like the pop vinyls, and the one figure that's directly under the left monitor. It looks super cool. I don't know what kind of figure it is, but
directly under the left monitor.
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter sitting reading a book. Like, I don't know.
That's Harry Potter reading a book. I thought you meant the far left.
Oh, yeah.
Say that's Mr. Alan Rickman. May he rest in peace.
Yeah. Now here's my thing. This desk gets so much hate from people because of the legs on the left. They hate that picnic table look. So my question to you is, do you like that or no?
Yeah, I don't understand why people hate on that. I actually think that's a really classy design. It sort of reminds me of like, and oh god, I'm going to date myself, like early 90s, even Apple, like studio. I just think it's very artisan looking. It looks like a table that's like where a maker would do his work.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just don't know. A lot of people always get angry about that, but I don't think it's a big deal, especially because the right side he has normal legs and he's got a nice drawer right there. And overall, like the actual desk part is super nice, works great. Cable management's pretty damn good. I mean, beneath it's amazing. A little bit on top, I would just kind of tuck under a little bit more. But everything looks pretty damn usable. The right side with that shelf, that just doesn't fit because of the color. Maybe paint it if you really want, but when I see that in the setup, especially because the left side's empty, when I see that thing on the right side, it kind of just kills that symmetry that you had going on.
No, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I don't know the space he's working with or how big the room is, but if you don't need to be looking at that directly to your right, I would just move it somewhere else in the room, move it out of the way, because that's such a perfect like nook. Because it looks like the walls aren't perfectly 90 degrees. It looks like they open up a little bit.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, and it looks like that's your setup, like that's your den there. Like get rid of that side piece. Doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, and when I see the walls like that, I immediately thought, because the lighting is already badass, but I would love if he had like a spotlight on the left and right side from far back shining down. Like it looks almost like it's a presentation.
It's
like
almost
just
theatrical. Like
it looks super cool. So I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible. Some people are hating on the motherboard and GPUs up on the wall. I think they're pretty cool.
I mean, I don't see that too often, but then again, I don't host a show about setups. But I dig it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not like he has the latest, latest and greatest graphic card up on the wall, and he's just like, yeah, money's not even a problem, bro. Like, they're older, so I think it's fine. A lot of people are saying that the desktop is a bit crowded, and I would agree.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the Xbox there. That if you could put the Xbox elsewhere, it might actually play to your favor, because you could put like the books on the left side in a nice sort of like showcased look, because right now they're just kind of like laying there. It's like, that's so cool, dude.
Yeah, one suggestion would be and this because I have one, you can't see it because it's off by my bed, but it's a really cool book stand for your wall, and it makes it look like the books are levitating. I'm sure you've seen this like on the internet, a bunch of places. But it makes perfect sense because I have all the Harry Potter books there, and they're just levitating on the wall. That might be something that you can also add to your setup. It probably make it look really cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's go to the next setup, because I keep forgetting we have 10. So next setup of the day is submitted by Gaige. Gaige says, he said, not trying to kiss any ass, but love the videos. Keep up the good work. He said, feel free to roast me. And by the way, there's nothing I can do about the white cord. Can we still see the white cord? Maybe he's talking about the Ethernet one coming out of the bottom, right? Which in that scenario, I mean, a lot of people have that issue. No problem there. And that's it. So taking a look at this, how old do you think he is?
I don't want to say 19 and then lose. I'm going to say he's 15.
17.
38.
Yeah, 1738. I try not to say it anymore because people get so angry, but yeah, 1738.
It's okay.
So, okay. I just need to say this isn't the best photo ever. This was an updated photo, which is why I don't know. Sometimes I just see the updated photo, I'm like, whatever. I already let them on the show. I'll just let it be. Because trying to get good pictures out of people is just like pulling teeth. So, taking a look at this, I mean, it's simple. The desk isn't anything crazy. It's kind of small for what he's doing. It almost works perfectly, but there's no room for expansion if you ever want to put something on his desk. Like if you ever want to put a drink down, it's like, I don't think you should do that because there's no room for that.
You don't want to take that risk of like knocking it over and then buy nice peripherals.
Yeah, buy monitors and all that fun stuff. I
like how you put your logo too in the bottom right. He's just like, quick plug.
No biggie. And I like how the left display doesn't even work. So it's like, okay, well, this is badass. So taking a look at this, I think it's a little underwhelming when it comes to theme. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, but dude, Gaige, man, I see you got your the football thing there. If you're gonna have an all black desk and all black, accessories and monitors, you have to have some sort of like personality around the desk or on it to go along with it. And I mean, unless you're like Voldemort and your soul is black, I don't really see the personality here. I think it needs not so much theming because he's got the black with the the wallpapers are,
which looks good. The
wallpapers match the keyboard and that all looks great, but I think around the setup there needs to be more Gaige.
Yeah, for sure. So I think I'm on the same page. You need to kind of, it doesn't have to be overwhelming either. Just something to kind of be like, oh, this is his setup. You know, like that's obviously his because no one else likes Barbie dolls as much as him. So I'm just kidding. I mean, it's so simple. I don't want to just keep talking about it. Your cable management behind your PC is definitely bleh. And you could easily hide it. So I don't know why you just let it look like that, but it's too simple for me to really critique, and I don't want to just repeat the same stuff. Unless you have something else to say, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Just
okay.
Add some personality.
All right, next up of the day, submitted by Matt, and technically it's submitted by Matt and Lexi, his girlfriend, because they share the same room. They both have very similar setups. We've seen this before. It's like...
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it's like relationship goals. There was another awesome setup that looked... I'm not going to be mean, but it did look a little bit better than this one because it was like color themed and everything. But let me read this here. Let's see. Wanted to submit my girlfriend and mine, his and her gaming setups. We're college students in Washington. We have our own office dedicated for work and gaming. We have both custom built PCs, blah, 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 blah. And cable management is always a constant problem because, you know, there's two setups right next to each other. There's going to be issues. And all the desks were built from scratch with Home Depot materials. Yay! Okay, nice. So taking a look at this, how old do you think Matt is?
So, Matt, you live with your girlfriend.
Going to college.
I'm going to say you're 21.
He's 25. She's 22.
Wow.
Yeah. So, picking up the young ladies. You see what I'm saying? He's probably like, all right, shut the hell up. So, taking a look at this, I mean, it's really hard to critique. I don't have any confirmation that the main picture you're looking at right now is his. He didn't confirm if he was left or right, but he didn't include a straight-on picture of the right setup. So it leads me to believe that his is the one that he took a straight-on shot of. If not, then oops. But you should have maybe took a straight-on picture of it and at least clarified. But if yours is really the left side, then I'm sorry, but your girl's got a nicer setup.
Yeah.
Like, by far, equipment-wise, display-wise, all the... I would definitely, no doubt, choose the right over the left.
Especially, like, you know, even the speakers, the way they're set up. Like, I'm looking at both the setups now. It's like, one is really nice where it's, like, ear level. And then on the left, you're, like, hiding it behind the monitor. Don't do that.
Cutting it off.
Please, don't do that.
I try and read chat if people are saying like something specific that I haven't seen yet. Someone said it's gonna be so awkward when they break up. I hope they don't break up, but if they do, yeah, it's pretty awkward. You know, I really like the right side though because he's got or she's got, I don't know, basically the same peripherals as me, like the K70, the MG10XU, ultra wide. They both have great audio setups in terms of microphone and stuff like that, which I like. They could do like they could do like a cute Twitch channel. It's like his and her game, and it's like them playing games together. And
oh god,
it would be really nice. I hate how the monitor is mounted above on the left side.
Yeah, I you know I did that for a while, and I don't like looking up and down. It's just not for me. I tried it to like save desk space because I don't have that much space to begin with, but I didn't. Not for me.
Yeah, and the main problem with this one is it's not really tilted down towards that setup, and it's the mount comes all the way out. It almost is like, why didn't you just mount it over to that side so you could pull it out and angle it without the whole mount showing? It just kind of defeats the purpose of using a mount.
I will say one thing though, that PC case on the left is super sexy, and I want it.
That's the case I have.
I love the white with the magenta or purple, whatever that you call that color.
Yeah,
but it's so sexy looking.
That case is amazing. I have it in black, and it's just amazing. So I love it. But it's just like this setup is such a cool combined setup, but I don't know how to critique it. It's just like,
I think he just answered us in the chat. His girlfriend is on the left, and he is on the right. Okay,
really?
So the right setup is his.
Okay, well, that makes more sense because as I was saying before, the right side's way better. But he didn't include a straight-on picture of the right side, so I can't see how your cable management is under the desk. I can't really get a good look at how the right side is.
It's all on purpose.
Yeah, maybe because he's got like dead animals or something underneath. He's like, yeah, I can't show any of that. The DJ setup though is dope. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm digging that a lot.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say really, unless you do.
Not really. I mean, I guess you're confined to what you can do in that space, and then you made it the best you can. Just front on photo of your setup would have been a little bit better next time.
Yeah. All right, next up of the day, submitted by Joshua. Joshua says, congratulations on reaching 100,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. He loves Setup Addicts, which if you guys don't know, it's the Facebook group I have. A lot of fun. Post your setup there. Let's see. He's from San Antonio, Texas. Married, no kids, full-time as a police officer. Good job. I like police officers. I know people now.
It's held by his wallpapers. He's definitely is that NYPD is blue, right? Or is that just like a universal thing for all police officers?
I don't know. I'm so stupid. I don't know. Yes, maybe. No, maybe. I don't know.
The comments will tell us.
I think so. I think so. But I don't know because I don't want to come up with an answer and have people tell me I'm wrong. So let's see. He loves playing video games, watching movies, blah, 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 stuff. Okay, so how old do you think he is?
I'm going to say he's 22.
28.
God damn it.
Yeah, so taking a look at this, what an insane setup. I mean,
yeah,
you can tell not having kids was a good decision. No, initial thoughts though, what do you think?
I love this setup. I mean, everything about it, I love. The cable management is on point. The theming is there with, the NYPD, the wallpapers, everything about it. I love.
Yeah. Man, what is that? I'm going to sound so stupid because I have no idea. Is that Titanfall? What is that big ass thing? Oh, it's got to be from some video game. I have no idea. The
wrong person. I do not know whatsoever. I still have a Super Nintendo right there. That is my latest gaming setup.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, no, hey man, still one of the best. But yeah, I have no idea. Someone will tell us in chat. But I love he's got the gallant setup for the desk. Great shelves showing off all his personality. I love the PC case. I love really just the whole atmosphere. Tons of storage. Everything's very nicely well put. Cable management's great. Vacuum floor. Not a big fan of under the PC, how all that's just kind of laying on the floor, but I'm sure there's reason behind it because I think if he needed to buy something to put it on, he would have because he's an adult. Yeah. He knows what he needs.
You can tell he clearly understands how to properly set up PC hardware.
Exactly.
So I'm sure there's a reason why the printer or factory that is on the floor.
Yeah, and he's got the thing on the right side that houses his consoles and stuff. So again, if you need it, yeah, he would have just got it. And
I love the fact that it's like set up in the corner too. Like most people who have like a corner setup usually have it on either side of the wall. This one is actually in the corner, and I just dig that the way it looks. It makes it feel probably a lot larger than it actually is.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's Titanfall. I said Titanfall, right? Did I? I did? Okay, yeah, cool. I was right. Yeah. But yeah, no, seriously, it's a badass setup, and that thing is pretty cool too because it's out of the way, but you can still show it off, which I like.
Yeah. It's like that one. It's like it's not the focal point, but it also is the focal point.
Yeah, it's just like a badass point. I mean, the chair looks comfortable. The whole room looks so nicely like painted because I love gray walls with the white furniture and dude, you just man, I can't wait until I have money just coming out of my buttocks and I could just buy stuff and I have my own house and I could just I'm gonna have like 7 setups in my house just because I can.
I honestly, I can't. That's like the one thing I'm looking forward to whenever I head down there is having my own place to actually make a setup versus this tiny little 50-inch desk that I have.
Exactly, because right now you are like the people always complain dude, I have to share my bedroom with my office and my room is like 4,000 miles long, but you're like, dude, I literally can't even get a bigger desk if I wanted to.
Yeah, this is it. So to see someone with something like this, I can really appreciate that.
Yeah. So
they did it well. They don't just throw everything together.
Yeah.
It was carefully planned out.
Yeah. Speaking of carefully planned out, next setup. Oh man, that white Yeti was the worst decision you've ever made. I mean, that microphone is bad enough, but that whiteout one looks disgusting, especially with the setup that you have, and he's probably crying already. But anyway, speaking of this guy, this is another Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Sorry to talk crap, but you kind of deserve it. Nah, I'm kidding. Anyways, he's from the UK, and that's basically, he said, didn't really know what to put in this email, so I won't put much. Thank you. I really don't like reading emails anyway. So, so let's see. How old do you think he is?
17.
No, 15. You're off. Just like you're like 2 years off each time. So initial thoughts: yay or nay?
Sorry, Thomas. Nay. I mean, you got some extra points for the little drum set thing, because I'm also a drummer, and I like that. I just think it's get something a little bit more modern looking. But you did get some extra points for me for that.
Yeah,
it made up for the Yeti.
It's okay. Here's the thing. Where do I even start? We're not gonna spend a lot of time on this. Great monitor, great speakers, great equipment. Honestly, a lot of awesome stuff like keyboard, mouse pad. Everything you have is dope. It's just there's no like wow factor. It's just kind of like like I would put the subwoofer on the floor. I'd clean up a little bit. You know, the little drum set, let's be honest, you got it for Christmas, you played it 2 times, and it's a piece of crap. I got the same thing because, you know, my mom was like, it's so cute, and it sounded like crap. So throw it out, get it out of there, make the corner dedicated to the PlayStation 4, make it look good, maybe get a stand for it, get a controller stand, like really pimp it out. You know, the PC placement is not bad, nothing's really bad. The molding on the wall, what's the word for that? Molding when it's like in the middle of the wall.
I know crown molding is up top. That's the most of my knowledge. I don't know what it is.
I think when it's in the middle, it's just called stupid. Because it's just like you don't... I mean, I know it's not your fault. You didn't handcraft the house from nothing, but it's just... That's not really the nicest thing ever. I mean, I don't know. It's just... I mean,
I've seen people make it work before, but usually the wall is like 2 tones.
Yeah.
So like it's like light up top and like a dark on the bottom, but that's a different type of show.
And it's usually not brown molding because it just looks like you smeared shit all over the place. But
get rid of brown. I mean, I don't think you can, but
yeah, do something maybe. Figure it out. Really though, in terms of not visual, it's very usable. It's very like great equipment and whatnot. But in terms of visual, it's just like.
Yeah, I mean the cable management is obviously there. It's really well done. I know you just see the microphone cable, but not much you can do about that. It has to go somewhere. It looks like he has like a Mac setup too to the left. Like he has like 2 setups.
Yeah. My
only suggestion, if take this for what it's worth, just trash that desk. Get a new one or spray paint it black, something, because it doesn't. I hate when there's 2 different tone woods and they don't match with anything else in the room.
Exactly.
You've got all this great like PC gear, like the tower, the monitor, like you said, the peripherals. Everything is really. Get rid of the Yeti. Just get rid of that. Everything else though is nice. I would just my only suggestion, if you did get another L desk, maybe put the tower in that corner and have it like facing you so you could see like all around it from all angles, which I think would be pretty badass looking. And you can maybe center your workspace and space out your monitors a little. Not monitors. When I say monitors, I mean speakers a little bit.
Yeah, so I think what you just said is the perfect way to sum it up. So we're going to go on the next setup of the day, submitted by Steph. Steph says, yo, what it do? I'm from the Netherlands. I like Razor very much. He also likes to surf. So, how old do you think he is?
Steph is 16. Am I off by 2 again?
Nah, he's 17. Yeah, these are a lot of older people for once. Like normally they're all really, really young. So that's always fun for a change. Now, this setup, again, we're not going to spend all day on this one, but he does like surfing with that very cringy banner across the wall. Yeah, that thing just hurts on the inside.
I don't think that's the right setup.
Oh, no. Oh,
the next one over. Okay.
Oh, crap. Did I?
Yeah, it's mixed up probably.
Okay, make sure you're on the right one, Thomas, because maybe I messed up.
Oh, we skipped Fahad.
Oh shit. Okay, we'll go back to Fahad in a second.
All right, so Steph, we'll focus on you.
Yeah, hey Steph. That's why you got the age wrong, right? You were gonna say 17. My bad. I don't know how that happened, but what I do know what happened was this guy's got a lot of boxes that need to go. The speakers are in a terrible spot. You can't hear them unless your ears are dislocated from your body and glued to the ceiling.
Wait, Matt, be nice. Maybe he's a giraffe.
Yeah, that could happen, but then again, his usability for his monitors would be awful.
Yeah.
Maybe his ears are pointed upwards and I'm just being rude. My bad. The shelves, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Just, I personally think could look a little bit nicer. I like how the left side's open though to do some homework. And yeah.
I don't get the placement of the furniture. It looks very awkward to me because you have like the shelf, which is hanging on the bookcase by like 2 inches.
Yeah, it's like overlap. What the hell?
And like the desks aren't aligned, and like the usability for that desk on the left to the bookcase, it's like, how do you get under there? Like the pole is in your way. Just I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
As far as cable management goes, I mean, I don't really see any under the table, which again is tough with the tables that don't have any like back pieces. So props there.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, a lot of people are saying, like, well, not a lot of people. One guy in particular is probably stupid, said, hey, the boxes are great because he's showing off what he has. Yeah, no crap. Just look down. And that's where all the crap is. Like, oh, he's got a keyboard. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, my God. Like, don't tell me that those boxes are the best to show off. Like, I understand some boxes. Those boxes, no, sir, I do not like.
I never got behind the whole box phenomenon. I never understood it.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I understand saving boxes for, like, return policies and things like that, but...
Yeah, or even if to resell technology. Like, I do that all the time. Like, I keep all the boxes in case I want to resell it, but I don't display them. It's like...
this is a fine piece of cardboard. You like that? But anyways, okay, sorry, Steph. We're going to go back to Fahad.
Yes.
Because I'm a terrible human. Hi, Fahad. How you doing? He creates content in game. That's what he wrote.
Game.
Yeah, so I don't know what he means by that, but I'm a little bit worried. He's been watching the show since episode 20, and so far I really liked it. Thank you, Fahad. I don't think you speak English all that well, but he's probably like, dude, you skipped me and now you're making fun of my English skills? Like, get out of here.
From?
He doesn't say. That's the thing. So I just look like a douche now because he could be from America. Maybe he struggles with, English. I don't. Anyways, all right. How old do you think he is?
Wait, didn't you just tell me he was 17?
No, that was the last one.
Oh, I'm going to stick with 17.
Okay, well, he's 13, so...
Whoa.
Yeah,
Hey.
13, and do you think he looks old, like, based on this picture, do you think he's older than the previous guy? Like, just based on setup? Because, like, the last guy was 17, but I feel like this looks more like a 17-year-old setup.
Yeah, I would really reverse it. It seems like Steph would be 13, Fahad would be 17, judging by the setups.
Yeah, I mean, also judging by the money he spent on all the stuff he has. I mean, he's got some nice stuff. I mean, love the desk. Maybe it's not put in the... I mean, it looks... Do you get a weird feeling like everything's in a weird spot?
To be honest, I don't. The only thing that looks a little off to me is the tower. Like,
Okay,
I don't understand why it's facing backwards. I mean, maybe that's to get at the I/O a little bit better, but that's what a USB hub for is made for.
Even then, if you flip it around, you could still go behind your desk and get to it.
But I am a fan, and I've seen a few setups like this where the monitors aren't together; they're separate because they're used for separate things. And I actually dig that a lot. It looks like he has it set up like it's a gaming setup with his PS4 there, and I don't mind it. I'm really digging it.
A lot of people are saying, "Where's the mouse?" You could see it's charging. It's on the nice little stand. So
it's glowing, guys. Come on!
Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, I think maybe the PC, like the tower, is the first thing that I don't really understand. Like, yeah, maybe he's showing off the window, but even then, it's not that much of a window on this PC. It's
you got the monitor blocking it. Also, it's just
so there's really no reason there. I mean, maybe cable length plays into it. I don't know. I think because the scattered look from like the pop vinyls to the one figure that's blocked by your left monitor, like the little porcupine.
It's not very feng shui.
Yeah, it's like very weird. But I mean, he's got the nice controller stands. I like the right side with the console setup because it looks very usable right there in your face. Everything's
it even looks like it's for is mounted, which I mean that's pretty cool.
And the other thing that I find funny is he's got this like designer bag on the left side that I'm not sure if it's upside down and actually says mom or it just says wow. I'm gonna assume mom though, because when I look up, you got like some zebra ass print thing with like fur on it. I don't know. You just like stand up and rub your face against that every so often. Like
Pet the furry wall, Matt. Pet
yeah,
the wall.
he's just like, I'm so stressed. Let me just rub my face all over this.
I do want to take 30 seconds to just address one thing though.
Okay.
So I'm watching the chat. This is a public service announcement, okay? I see everyone always ripping apart young kids for having a nice setup. This is one thing you guys need to understand. When I was 13 or 12, whatever, I had friends whose parents spent thousands, like literally thousands on like sporting equipment, hockey gear, basketball gear, things for their kids that they enjoy. So there's nothing wrong with spending that money instead of like sporting goods on technology. Like some kids are into sports, some kids end up like us. There's no reason to like rip them apart.
That was really like inspirational and honestly a very good point. A lot of people seem to forget that.
It's like, oh yeah, he's spoiled. Yeah, but do you see all the other kids that roll around with like all
$300 baseball bats? Like
exactly. It's like you spend your money on what your kids enjoy. You're not going to spoil them. You're just going to give them what they like. If you want, all right, you want your kid to be a hockey player or a basketball player, you're going to give them the best gear so they can succeed.
Yeah.
Your kid wants to be a YouTuber, or a gamer, or a streamer, whatever. Sorry, I went off like I do.
No, hey.
But I felt like that had to be said.
That was really good. I think you just brought a perspective that people haven't thought of yet. And I think some people are angry because they aren't into sports and they aren't like they're into gaming, but their parents don't buy them the stuff because they don't have a lot of money. So they're sitting there in their bag of Doritos like, hey, this kid's a dick. He's 13. He's got better stuff than me. And they're just mad because, guess what, man? When you're older, you can get yourself a job and you can get whatever you want.
Exactly. And you make do with what you got. I mean, look around.
Yeah, look around for once. All right, we got 2 more setups. This next one is a fast pass. I do want to let people know that the last 2 are fast passes. The reason I'm saying it mainly for this one is I would have responded like, hey man, put a little bit more time into some of the cables and stuff like that. But he was really eager to get on, and because of that, he's on. So hi, Derek. Derek is a freshman in high school in Alberta, Canada. He plays and coaches football. See, god damn, we got a great time. We got some freaking sports kid on here. You freaking noob. No, I'm just kidding. He says small setup. I don't have a lot of space to work with, even though it looks like he's like in a complete empty room.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's a huge wall and he put himself right by the corner.
Yeah, he's like, I only have 7 extra guest rooms and this was one of them. Not a lot of room. It's a gaming setup because my parents would got mad of me screaming right underneath their room, and I paid for everything myself. So I'm sure you did there, buddy. Let's see. He built the desk and the computer in school. That's pretty cool. I wish my school actually carried when I went. They're like, here, make a box. And the box would be awful. And they're like, it's a great box, Matt, dumbass.
Make this souffle.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Even like a thing? No, whatever.
No, I don't think. No. So anyways, take a look at this. How old do you think he is?
All right, freshman in high school. I'm going to say Canada. Is that different? I'm going to say he's 14. 14? Oh, God. He's 36, dude. You got to stop making people feel so bad. They're just trying to get an education. No, I'm kidding. And what's really funny about it is I don't actually have his age. So I was just making you guess for no reason. He's 14 then. Derek's 14. Probably, because he is a freshman in high school. But, yeah, this setup, scrumptious. If this was a snack, I'd eat it because it's just wonderful. No, it's awful. No, it's great. I'm just kidding. I'm playing with your heart right now. Yeah, don't tell me you don't have a lot of room, dude. It looks like you could fit like 7 of these setups in that room. The floor is awful. Sorry to hurt your feelings. But aside from the floor, it's really not bad. It's not. What do you think? Bad or no? It's not bad. He has a lot of great peripherals and gear. But dude, Derek, where's your cable management? There is none. Yeah. Everything's just kind of like... He's too busy playing football, dude. Like, that would work if you had a desk with one of the back panels where you could just toss everything behind there and maybe tape it up a little bit so it's not showing on the floor. But, dude, it does look like you didn't even try. Yeah. But in terms of, like, the desk and like the usability, it's all there.
Yeah. It's a very cool desk, and to know that you made it, props to you, good sir.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, like you said, peripherals are great. We're seeing a lot of these combinations of peripherals in the setup, which is funny. I just feel like since you know how to build a desk, you should have measured the room and be like, I can fit 3 of these. So instead of just building a small one, I'll build one to fit that whole wall. And dude, your setup would have been badass, because I hate, and you said this before, he put himself to the far right.
Yeah.
I hate that. Why don't you center it? Because the TV looks like, I don't even care about the desk. The TV really bothers me when it's not in the center of the wall.
Yeah, like whatever else is in that room, it doesn't look like it's like functional at all. Like you could be on a chair or a couch on the other side, and it's like, oh, you got to look all the way to the right.
Yeah.
This corner.
And now you just butchered that wall. So when you eventually have to take that TV down, you have to spackle all of that, and it's all because you just messed up, bro. But I mean, as far as everything else, you just don't have enough room for all the stuff like your games and all the random accessories on your desk. That's why you need storage, and the hat. That's kind of a weird spot, but I mean, if that's what makes you happy, then okay.
Yeah, I mean, the desk is cool. I like that he built it himself, but I would just add the same thing, Maybe maybe because it was for school, he was a little restricted on how big he could build it. Mm-hmm. Maybe add an extension, build another one. Exactly,
yeah. And what do you think about the, what was I going to say? Oh, the sound bar. Do you like that or no?
I dig the sound bar. I would just, what bothers me, and this is my slight OCD, it's like all the way up top. It's not centered perfectly between the monitors and the actual television.
Yeah.
That's just my little tiny nitpicking gripe. Mm-hmm. But I do like sound bars. I was going to get one for my iMac because, like I said, limited on space. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
I find it funny how good the cable management is coming out of the TV and sound bar. It's
like, you don't see anything.
Yeah, it's like, does that really matter to you when you just don't care about below? Like, you would think this kid would just have, like, cables coming out of everywhere. But, hey, man, okay, bye. Next setup. Let's go to the final setup of the day. The best setup of the day. Oh my God.
Blown.
This is so damn good. You guys probably remember Jason. He was on the show. I don't think, let's see. I think he said what episode. Episode 68. And he was also in the top 8 setups out of the 100 episodes that I've done. So, yes, he's back again. And this time it's way better. I mean, the last setup was great in terms of each category, but it wasn't something that I would want to have. But this, I would want to have. I mean, I've never used a TV that big as my main display, but apparently a lot of people like it. So before we dive in, let's see. Let me read his thing, and you'll have to guess his age. He's Jason from Seattle. Been watching the show for a little while now. Really motivated him to clean things up and make his setup look a lot better and be more functional. He's a software developer. Just graduated recently and got a job. Awesome. His setup is used for hobby software development and some gaming, like racing simulators, GTA 5, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. The right half of the setup is used as a file server, home security system, and for his kids to use. And he has a full list of everything in his setup. I do plan on asking if he wants to do like a setup spotlight eventually. He said that the wire management was a pain because he has to, do a Cat 6 cable for 7 home security cameras, 2 network switches, wireless router, all the cables for the monitors, speakers. Like, you have to really look close and keep in mind that he has more than just a normal setup, especially having the home security system set up there.
Infrastructure, like that's his home base.
Yeah, and he's also got, stuff for, a lot of people don't know, he's got like a race simulator cockpit and the wheels and the pedals and the shifter, and that's all put away, which is another reason why having your own room is really, really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, taking a look at this, insane. How old do you think he is?
Jason, I'm going to say he's 28, 29.
35.
35?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, really, I mean, this is just, what do you think of it?
I absolutely love this setup. Like, there's a reason why it's, got the score that it did. It's one of the best setups I've ever seen. Yeah. I love the fact that he has the two vertical mounted monitors on either side. That's something I've always loved when you have a triple monitor setup and the one main display in the center. it's a huge display. But I guess for the racing simulator, you kind of need that. I love on the right, that he has like his own home server with the security cameras and everything. Everything. I got no words. It's so good.
Really pretty badass. And what I really like, and one thing I wanted to make sure to say, is we've been seeing way too many black and red. It's so overdone. They all look the same. They're all pretty meh at this point because we've seen too many. But this is the first red and white that I've seen that is just beautiful. I mean, the fact that, here's the thing, I always tell people it's about presentation, and in this scenario, the wallpapers are part of the presentation. I mean, I love that kind of like vector art. It looks so good and it matches with the drawers. I love the IKEA integration here. But the main thing that I really, really dig about it is the, if you look at the straight on picture of the setup, symmetry on point. I mean, from the cars with Deadpool and the figures down to the side displays, because he's a software developer. He needs those vertical displays. Those are very important for people writing code.
Worse.
Everything. I mean, down to the extended mouse pad and all that fun stuff. I mean, he's got the Surface on the left, which I know I already saw one comment, someone saying like that should be on a stand of sorts, but who knows? Maybe he's running around with it for work or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he knows what's functional for him, and if that's the way he likes to use it, just leave it alone. Because, like I said, symmetry. The fact that everything is like perfectly aligned, perfectly set up. Everything is like set up in a mirror image. It's like even down to the two little cars next to like the webcam.
Yeah,
everything is so perfectly thought out, and I love it.
It's so freaking nice, and I love that on the right side of his desk he has books on display, and normally it's like but in that scenario it makes him look smarter.
Like if books are just like thrown on the desk or like piled like horizontally, whatever. But like even the stands, they have this like design on them. I think if you zoom in, you can see they're not just plain red. Like the theming is all throughout the entire setup.
Yeah.
Like he didn't stop at the book stands, which is like incredible.
And it's funny because he was going to be on the last episode, but he ended up making another adjustment, which was swapping out the display on the right side for the security system. Because before that, he actually had like not a CRT, it was just like an older 4x3, I think. Maybe it wasn't that old, but it didn't like look that good. I think it was like silver or whatever. And that was one of the things I would have critiqued. But here he is now bringing in one of the smaller ultra wides, which is great. I love the integration of the Deadpool piggy bank kind of thing. And he has his Oculus on there, which is just super cool. And I love, a lot of people have been doing that lately. They're making like the huge piggy bank versions of like Star Wars characters and things like that. And people are using it for headphones. They're using it for, like, I have the mannequin heads that I use I store my snapbacks on. I put sunglasses on. Like, it's just such a cool way because it follows through with the setup. And the pictures above, if I'm not mistaken, based on the last time he was on, he's taken all those photos himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's got all that, red frames, looks great. He's got pictures of his family. Like, this is his setup. No one else can come in and say this is mine. You know what I mean?
No.
So, I mean, and it's vacuumed. Can we just take a second and just cloud that out? Because that's a big deal. So, yeah, if this was your setup, and you like the red and you like obviously everything he has, what's the next step? What do you do now? What do you do to make it better?
Oh man, that's tough to make this setup better. I would extend it to the other side of the room. Why not? I mean, it's already like a damn near perfect setup. I'm usually not a fan of like the two tone, like just two tones, like very bright red, very bright black, very bright whatever. But he makes it work here, and I mean, there's very little he can improve on.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
I mean, if this was my setup and I needed to do something to make it better, it would honestly, the answer would just be wait for the next big thing.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to touch anything until, there's a crazy upgrade, like there's an insane display or something, big that needs to be changed. Because this is something that for the next 5 years, he could have a setup like this and it will be pretty up to date.
Right.
But then, obviously sooner or later there's going to be better TVs, there's going to be better displays and better peripherals and all that fun stuff. But for now, it works. And I can't even imagine having to switch something out. He's the kind of person I feel like has the best cable management where he can take a cable out and it doesn't make or break the whole, routing of cables.
No, of course, everything is probably very strategically placed and connected and mounted, and that's what you want to see in a a show about setups.
So, with that said, let's get to the scores. Tom, are you ready? Because it's about to go down. Here we go. We got the first setup. Jonathan, 65. Zack, 84. Gaige, 59. Matthew, 69. Because he's got his girlfriend. Okay. Joshua, 90. In second place. Thomas, 59. Fahad, 82. Steph, 77. Derek, 46. And Jason, a 98. 98.
Congratulations, Jason.
Insane. He got 10, 10, 9, 10 from both of us. Like,
oh, look at that.
Yeah, just insane. So, really nice.
I'm very jealous.
So, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Great episode. Great setups for the most part.
Yeah, hey, Jason, I have something to say if you're watching. Your episode is fire.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's a lot of magic in one day. I'm a little excited now. All right, guys, thank you for watching this episode. Again, if you want to learn more about the magician Harry Potter, aka Thomas Hayden, I will put all of his links down below in the description for your viewing pleasure. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the flippity.
Later.